Hello and welcome to a creative day in my life. So I'm actually filming this intro in the evening of the day because I was very tired this morning and I just didn't do it earlier, so I've already had the day. So I set today aside because obviously with lockdown starting to be lifted and all of that, and pubs reopening and all of that business, I've gone back to work, so that's kind of a significant change in how I'm spending my time and like what I'm doing in the week and all of that sort of thing, because now I've got like 20 or 30 hours every week where I don't really get to choose what I'm doing. And obviously in pubs as well, there's quite a lot of, not like massively late nights, it's not as if I'm getting home at 2 o'clock in the morning sort of thing, but like your girl is not a night owl or a morning person, but is not a night owl, so it's definitely kind of taken its toll on me, and I haven't been as motivated to do stuff when I have been at home because I've just been a bit knackered. Not to sound like a complainer or anything about being back at work, I absolutely love that I'm back at work, and obviously I know a lot of people work at jobs that are a lot harder than mine and they do a lot longer hours than I do and blah blah blah. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that, you know, the difference between going from literally being at home all the time, not going out at all, like going out to exercise and that was it because I was scared of people, to having to deal with people for hours at a time. So I've just felt tired and like my body's been tired and all of that sort of thing, and I've wanted to kind of take a day just to have it for myself, to recharge, to make sure that I'm allowing myself time to be creative, because I do find I'm in a much better place mentally when I set time aside for that. And obviously being at work, then I can't just do it at a random time throughout the day, like I have to actively plan to do it rather than being like, oh well, I fancy doing this now sort of thing. Like I don't have like the freedoms that lockdown allowed. That is a very contradictory statement, the freedoms that lockdown allowed, but you know. So I set today aside because I had the day off work and I decided I'd have just a day to myself. To be fair, this morning I didn't do anything really, like in terms of this video. I started this video at like 2 o'clock today because I had a little bit of a lie-in just to kind of allow myself time for me, and then went to the shop with my mum, which was the first time I've been to a shop since March, which was fun. And then I just had cuddles with Poppy for a little bit, which, you know, I'm not gonna dispute, I'm not gonna argue with that, because she never wants to cuddle when I want to cuddle. So if she's willingly coming to me for cuddles. And then I had my lunch and then I was like, right, let's actually get on with doing something. So I have seen loads of, I'll put like pictures on the screen if I remember to find them. I've seen loads of these really nice prints and stuff that are all this same similar vibe and like earthy tones and all of that sort of thing, and I really want one. I love the vibe of it, but they are really, like, they're stupidly expensive. Like I've seen like for like an A5 size one, it's £50 or something like that. Like it's ridiculously expensive. So I was experimenting just on like a normal, but it wasn't even painting paper, it was just like literally like normal copy paper with some acrylic paints, which I haven't used in years, so I couldn't even remember how to use them. I was experimenting with that so that I could learn how to kind of recreate that, and obviously like it wasn't the best attempt, I'm not gonna lie to you, so I did actually throw that in the bin, but that was just me kind of getting my head around how to do it. And then I have this small canvas which I really wanted to paint, and I'd mixed this colour from the paints I was using to experiment with the last one, and I really liked it, so I decided to paint the whole canvas that colour as a base, which you can see here. And when I was doing it on the canvas, obviously I could use more water because it's something that's designed to be painted on rather than it just being copy paper. So I could kind of spread the colour out more and more and layer it up to build the intensity of it, rather than just kind of whacking it on and then using loads of paint that I didn't actually need to use. I just painted around the edges of the canvas as well. And then, as you can see here, I've actually already painted some more on it. I'm not a massive fan of what I did. I was kind of just like doodling, but with paint, because my nan rang me and I was just on the phone to her and just kind of doodling while I was talking. I'm not a massive fan of what I painted, but I don't hate it either. And like, I know that I'm not some amazing artist. Like, I would absolutely love to be amazing at art, and it's something that I really want to work on. But I know that I'm not there yet, like in the slightest. But yeah, I don't hate it. Art is something that I definitely really want to work on. Like, I don't really know the theory behind it or have the materials for it at the minute, so that is something that I want to keep improving on, and eventually maybe I'll be good at it, who knows. But yeah, the brushes that you can see in this video are the only brushes I have, apart from some that are specifically in a watercolour set, and I use these for watercolour as well, so I don't actually have any other brushes, so that's something I should probably invest in if I want to get better. But yeah, you know, I'm just tidying all this up and putting the brushes away, putting the paints away, wiping the table down and cleaning that because I got paint on it and I don't want it to stain, and then, you know, cleaning out the mug that I used as my water thing and cleaning the palette itself, which is already stained, and that's like the first time I've used that palette, so love that. Really wanted to learn how to weave, and I mean, there's so many things I want to do, like embroidery and all of that sort of thing. And like I said, at the start of lockdown I started knitting a little bunny rabbit teddy bear, which I haven't finished, which I plan on finishing. Like, so there's a lot of different sort of crafty, creative things that I want to do. But one of the things that I really want to do is to learn to weave, because then I can make like wall hangings and that sort of thing. And I don't want to buy a loom for that. I saw about how you could like make your own using the wood bit of a canvas, and then you like hammer nails into it and then you make your own loom. So I had a canvas from when I was younger, like a cheap one from the works, and it's like I did a really shit drawing on it when I was younger. And I've got quite a few that I like that are smaller than this one, where I can just kind of like sand it if it's painted or anything like that. Like I can go over it. But this one, from just years of being stored in my room, it got a rip in it, so I decided to take the canvas off of the frame, sand the frame down so that I didn't get any splinters, which I have done, and then I'm going to finish making the loom at some point, possibly tomorrow if I can find nails and stuff. Okay, so I have had this guitar for years, like literally since I was an actual child, and I never properly learnt to play it. Like I learned it a bit when I was younger, but then I forgot it because I didn't practice or anything. And also I broke this, so my dad had to fix it for me, and then it goes out of tune, like literally while you play it, you tune it and then you start and then it goes out of tune. And I decided that during lockdown one of the things I wanted to do was try and learn guitar again, which I struggled with a little bit because of this going out of tune, and because it hurt my hands, because I'm a very small human being. So I decided what I would do to start learning basically from scratch, because that's what I was doing. I would buy myself a little ukulele. I absolutely love my ukulele. It was only like £40, which I think is really good, because I saw some online that were like 200 and I was like, Jesus. I absolutely love it. It's a Mahalo one, which I have been told by Google is a reputable company. Obviously the differences between these, guitar has 6 strings, ukulele only has 4. There's the size difference, and because of this being smaller in general and only having the 4 strings, it means that in terms of having to position your hands and stuff, it's a lot easier because I've got really small hands and this is really small. So I've been trying to learn this. I've only practiced for a couple of days, so I'm like not good at it yet, but yeah, I'm getting there. School bag in hand, she leaves home. School bag in hand, she leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile. Wise men say only fools rush in. Golden, as I open my eyes, sunflower, my eyes run. Someone I don't want around. I'm falling again. Harry Styles' chords are difficult. I don't have the hand width for this. But lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries, and they scream the worst things in life come free to us. Oh, I'm in pieces, it's tearing me up, but I know you say I took the name in vain. I don't even know their name, but if I did, well really, what's it to you? Also, between the clips, you'll notice that my nails changed because I picked them off because I was bored. So I'm going to do those. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning. So even though she's like meant to be a creative day in my life, because I didn't do anything this morning, I'll probably just have it like this afternoon and then a little bit tomorrow morning, so that it still makes a day, even though that would be over 2 days. But yeah, because there's a couple more things I want to do, but I'm going to go downstairs and spend some time with my parents now, because obviously working in a bar and working evenings, which means that I don't get to see them. It is the next morning and I'm going to go down and get myself some breakfast now, because I've exercised, I've showered, I've done my skincare and all of that. Just go down and eat, and then I can brush my teeth and then do my nails. This morning I really need to get this video edited because it's meant to be going up tomorrow at 6 and I'm working from 4 today and I won't get home until like 9:30, and then I'm working tomorrow from like 9 until 5. So I don't really have any time after this morning to do that, so I need to try and get that done. So I'm going to have my breakfast, brush my teeth, do my nails, and yeah. Rosie, come here. You guppy. Yeah. You're lovely. But yeah, it's currently 10 o'clock, so I'm going to eat these and then get on with stuff, because otherwise it's just not gonna happen. Okay, so I've decided I'm literally just gonna like put base coat and top coat on so it'll just be clear, because it will just provide some sort of strength for my nails, because they are quite damaged because I used to bite them a lot when I was younger, and even though I don't anymore, they're still really brittle, and obviously picking my acrylics off yesterday doesn't help with that. But like I should let this one break quite far down, so like, it's a lot shorter than all the others. I don't know if you can. It's a lot shorter than all of the others. Like if you compare the two, it broke really far down. So I want to just give them some sort of strength so that they don't break while I have just my natural nails out. Dehydrator. This isn't the original bottle for it, it's a Nail Nails dehydrator, but I broke the bottle. I snapped the top of it by accident, so I put it into an empty cuticle oil bottle. So I washed it out and everything, because obviously oil and dehydrator literally do complete opposite things. And I need to order a new one soon anyway, because it is running out. Base coat. So I'm just going to do the same on this hand as well now. So I've got myself dressed and dry my hair and all of that, and it is almost 11 o'clock, so I'm going to sit and edit this video for a little bit, and then possibly if I have some time I want to do some more like drawing or something like that, something else arty. But there are some artists that I follow on Instagram that I absolutely love, so I'll put, like, if I just slide myself over, I'll put their Instagrams on the screen here, and I just love them like so much. So I'd love to be able to do art like that, and so that's the goal. But I absolutely love them. It's like this one that does all the places in London, amazing. The one that does like succulents and plants and cacti and stuff like that, kind of inspired for my July bullet journal, because I saw how they used like kind of block colours, kind of. So like instead of it being like a really realistic sort of cactus, it only used a couple of colours, but it looked amazing. So I was like, oh, I want to try that. And yeah, just love it. Wish I could do it. So I didn't have time to do any more art today, because we're getting ready for work. So I'll just do that at some point, you know, when I have another day off or something. I do really want to get good at art, and I really want to be able to do that sort of art, like this sort that I showed you on the screen. I love it. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It was a bit chaotic. Like, when I thought of like setting the day aside to have a creative day and all of that, I didn't think it would. I thought it would just be quite simple. I didn't think it would be chaotic and but you know, life. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe and comment and all of that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.